Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about Aware and how you can use that for your tests. I'm also going to talk to you about how you could oral admin and how to print your Scantrons. So I'm going to start by logging into Aware. Once you get in there, you're going to be clicking on Aware. And then if you already have a teacher who made the test, you just click Test Available and you can print your Scantrons from there. Otherwise, you're going to have to go to Assessment and make a test. If you're trying to look up information on your students, you can also find that here at the Students tab. You would just type in their last name, click on the students, and you can pull up any of their old data. But let's talk about creating an actual new test. So you're going to go to Create a New Test, not a teacher test, because a teacher test would just be for you personally. You want one that you can share with the other people in your grade level. Then we're going to go to Quick Key. If you already know your answer choices when you go to Quick Key, you can click them as you go. But otherwise, we need to get our title right. It should be 041, your subject, your grade level, the name of the test, no, the date of the test that you're going to be giving, and then the name of the test. It could be Unit 1, or it could be based on the TEK, or whatever the topic is. Pick the correct grade level that you are doing. Then your dates. You want to make sure that this window is broad so that people have time before the test to print their Scantrons and after the test to get those scanned in. Then don't leave it as local assessment. Go right on down to middle school campus assessment. That's where all of your tests are, so that you can share them with people in the district and they can see your results on how you're doing. Then I click Next. Go to middle school. Then to science or whatever subject you're doing. Even if you're doing pre-AP, just go ahead and pick one and it won't let you click the second one. I'll show you where to fix that later. Let's say I have exactly 10 questions and they all have 4-number responses for the sake of practice. Then you would go through and say, oh, number 1 was A, number 2 is C, and go through and put what is the answer choices that you have for your test. And next. You're done, but you're not really done. You got to put in your TEK. So you hit Finish, and this is going to open up your test, and you're going to now be able to edit and add the TEKs that you need. So you click Edit, and right here it says Add Primary Standard. So I'm going to go through here and pick which standard do I want. Also, if you made a mistake earlier and you were like, oh, number 1, it was supposed to be B, you can fix that here and change what you want it to be. Then it looks like they added, you can change the depth of complexity if you want to add that for making sure you have higher level and lower level. Then they also say you can change the item weight. Until you get real good at this, I wouldn't mess with either one of those. All right, so save your TEK because that part is definitely necessary. Oh no, number 2 was supposed to be a multiple choice. Okay, well let's delete this one. Yes. And I'm going to add an item. Right here you click Add Item and it lets you do numerical response. So I can have my griddable. What just happened? Let's try that again. Add Item, numerical response. Okay. Then still select your standard, whatever standard you are testing. Then down here, not where it says Enter Question. Enter Question was like if you want to type it out and have it printed through Aware. That takes up too much space. We're not going to be doing that. I'm going to click 3 because the answer should be 3 and then save. Oh no, it says I have to include a decimal. Let me go back. Including your decimal point. Now let's save. Wonderful. All right, once I've finished going through all of them, oh, I forgot a step. You look here and it says A, B, C, D, E, or sorry, F, G, H up here in the purple. Click that off and it will not alternate your text. And it will just do A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E. Then we're going to move on to our administration. This is where you can fix who's going to see your test. So I'm looking for, it already defaults to students in selected course. I'm doing 6th grade science and 6th grade honors science, which means any teacher teaching those subjects will be able to print these Scantrons. I already have my date in there. The rest is looking good. Last step is to go over here from pending and make this active. When I make it active, now it is available for anybody to print those Scantrons. If you want to print the Scantrons, you go to Analyze, then right here, Tests Available. Remember that it will be, okay, then I go over here to School Assessments. That's where you're going to find your middle school campus assessments, and here's the one that I just made. I click there, and then I want to do it for all of my classes. If you had mixed classes, then sometimes it will only show up by grade level, so you wouldn't have to worry about that anyway. Why mention it? Down here, print answer sheets. Now, when you're printing your answer sheets, do not print them to the local printer down the hallway. That's a terrible waste on ink. You shouldn't be printing more than a few there at any time. Most of your prints need to be coming out of the main printer in the teacher's lounge. So the mistake that I do not want you guys making is when you go to print your Scantrons, I've only made this mistake twice, but it's a pain. If you don't unclick both sides, you end up with Scantrons on both sides. So look at your numbers. This should be a number similar to the number of students you have. Make sure it looks the way it's supposed to before you click print. Then you can send it on over to the printer, take your badge, scan the badge in the teacher's lounge, and that will be ready to print. Last thing that I want to tell you on this is the technique I'm using right now is Screencast-O-Matic, and this is exactly how I will do my oral admin. So let's pretend that you're a student taking this test. So I'll bring this in so you can see exactly how it will look for them. Number 1, the chemical equation shown below represents a reaction that produces fuel for certain cars. I can even follow along with the arrow so it'll highlight it as we go. And I can say, which substance represents the equation is classified as an element? A, C, O. You get the point. Moving on. All right, once you have that squared all the way, well, technically, way before you have this squared all the way because you're backwards planning and you created your test 2 weeks ago, you're not waiting until the last minute to print some Scantrons. We're totally backwards planning. I'm going to go ahead and show you where to save that test. So it's in Shared Drives. Then you go to HMS Teach. That's the one that we can modify. Then you're going to find the current assessment folder. Here it is. I think it might. That's 2019-20. Don't accidentally do the 2018-19, which is an easy mistake. Find your subject, find your grade level, and I'm going to upload my test by clicking New, File, Upload, picking that test from here, which I've already done, so bam, there it is. Think that's it. If you have any further questions, please call or email me. Lynette Frazier, great to help you guys. Let me know if you need anything else.